60, 59, 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, I'm John.
I'm Nancy.
And we are j&ntravels.
Travels.
Thank you for joining us on our last weekday live.
Last weekday live before we get some warm weather.
That's right. We are doing the live on Sunday. We're doing our last game, the all Christmas related type of stuff. And hopefully Tanisha will be joining us for that last one on Sunday. But this is our last weekday one. And instead of doing the news like we typically do and that type of stuff, we thought we'd throw out our plan for snowbirding in 2023. And maybe some of you who are thinking along those lines can get some ideas.
I already got my Mickey Mouse sweatshirt on.
That's right.
I'm all ready for Florida.
Prepping to go. Larry, thank you for coming in. Larry's in the house.
Hi, Larry.
Larry, it is 2:02 here. Larry, what are you getting for weather up there? Ours is just very cold. Sunny today.
Oh, it's been really cold. Yeah. We got some snow on December 11th. We got about a couple of inches. It was slippery driving home. We were out Christmas shopping, and it was really slippery driving home.
Well, they're talking a big storm here on Friday.
And they're talking a big storm here Friday.
Captain, thanks for coming in.
Oh,
nice
Captain
to see
Billy
you.
J.
Hopefully, we will bump into you down in Florida in the next 3 months, right?
Yeah, that was the first time we met him was in Florida. So hopefully it'll be the fourth time if we meet him again in Florida.
Larry's going to his mother-in-law's.
Today?
No, leave next Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Have a nice visit. Is that for the holidays, Larry?
Okay, Nan. So let us get in our discussion on heading south. So I put a little cue cards up there, and we are of course dressed for the holiday season, even though this is not.
We're trying to be festive, although I got my Mickey Mouse sweatshirt on because I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, Blaine, thanks for coming in.
Blaine. Well, as you all know, we snowbird for the first time last year, and it couldn't have worked out more perfectly. So this will be interesting to see what lies ahead for this year.
And also, we're going to keep saying to people out there, anyone that's down in Florida and would like to do a meetup, we met up with a lot of YouTubers last year. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, on the way home. Yeah, we went to Georgia.
Well, no, even down there.
Oh, yeah, we did. We met up.
We had the captain once. Yeah. We had Papa Mozo.
Papa Mozo, yeah. And we saw Griffin Alyssa in Disney World.
There's someone else we met up with too, didn't we? Red.
Oh, Christine, yeah, Tripping with Joe Red, of course. That was at that was a blast. That was at Disney World. And we met her at the Polynesian Hotel and spent a long day together. It was wonderful.
Larry's saying yes, he spends a week at the mother-in-law's and 2 Dobermans. So that must be interesting, huh?
Wow.
Sharing the time with the Doberman pinchers.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of similarities from last year to this year, but I broke it down to make it easier. When are we going? I could probably answer more of this in a few days. We thought we'd know by now. We are thinking about leaving on the 27th, which is a Tuesday after Christmas.
Yeah.
Leaving about 6 o'clock at night. Mm-hmm. And that way, our goal is to get through to Richmond, Virginia by daybreak. So that we avoid Washington, D.C., we avoid what is it? What are the other big cities we go through down there? There's DC, there's New York, there's Hartford, Connecticut, and a few others. There's like five big cities there that if we don't hit at the right time. So we try and leave about between 6 and 8 at night, so that by rush hour the next morning we're in Richmond, Virginia, which is about 15-hour drive for us, maybe, because we do stop for naps and stuff like that. Now, we originally were planning on delaying. It turns out that we're going the same time this year that we went last year. Remember that? The same exact day. We were going to delay the week because last year we had to get out early because our kids were coming down
Yeah,
on
our
their
kids are
plane.
coming down to celebrate our retirement and celebrate at Disney.
And right. So, but this year we're hoping to delay and go the middle of the month, but I'll go over that in a couple slides here. But we have applied to Disney and they have certain rules. So I'll go through that. So it puts us right back at going down early again.
Yeah.
So that's when we're hoping to leave. Tuesday. Let's see. Lane says Disney Springs is a fun place to meet up as well. That's a great spot.
Oh,
In
it
fact,
is,
we
yeah.
had several Disney channels that
Yeah.
we're trying to hook up with.
We
But
were trying to hook up with people at Disney Springs, but it just didn't work out.
well, the biggest problem last year was that our whole goal was to get a season pass. We were going to
Yeah.
meet up with people in the parks and this
You're
and
right.
that.
That's what we thought we were going to
But
do.
Disney suspended the annual passes.
Right.
So we bought a 6-day pass, but we did that all with the kids. So
Right.
when the kids were gone, we really couldn't get into the parks. We did go to Disney Springs 4 different times, but it was always kind of on a last minute thing, right?
Yeah, we went 4 different times and we got there 4 different ways. One way we went through the orange entrance, one way we went through the green line entrance, and one time we parked at, was it Sarasota, and we walked to
And we walked
Disney,
over, yeah.
and one time we took the boat
Yeah.
from Port Orleans.
Right. So it's
Yeah.
4 different ways of
Yeah,
getting
4
in there,
different
which
ways.
is kind of nice to know
Well,
because
yeah, because when when our kids were with us, we went through the green line entrance, was it the lime green garage?
right.
And then we didn't even see the Coca-Cola place until the second time when we went through the orange.
Right. And it was right
And
there.
the Coca-Cola place was right there. We go, oh, we missed this the last
That's right. Billy suggests we put some Bud Light lime on ice and it'll be there.
time.
I certainly will go out and seek some out, Billy, if
Yes,
you come over.
yes.
Well, I will next go into that in another slide. Thanks for coming in, Moonlight Adventures.
Hello,
Thank you very
Moonlight.
much for coming over. And She Devil Adventures, it's coming over with a raid from Roy and Becky's. Thank you.
Ooh, I like that name.
She Devil Adventures. Blaine says, if I'm available and you all come towards Savannah on 95, timing works, would love to say.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
no,
Oh, that'd be nice.
you and Arian, basically, I think he's in 95 too. I would love to. I don't know if we'll do any stops on the way. Well, maybe we will on the way down. We get a little scared with the weather
Yeah.
so we try and go straight down to Florida
Yeah.
on that first day.
Right.
But I'd like to either on the way down or because we take 95 or the way back. It's just pull over. I don't care if it's for a cup of coffee. Darian's going to meet us hopefully at the Buc-ee's.
At the
Yeah,
Buc-ee's.
right.
They have good coffee there. I have to admit, I enjoy that coffee. But you never got your pork sandwich. You'll have to
I
get one
know.
of
I still
those.
get that. Maybe we'll
Yeah.
meet Blaine there for a pork sandwich.
That looked really good.
Larry says, my drive to my mother-in-law's, we leave at 8 a.m. Take
Yeah.
2 ferries. He's got a rough one no matter where he goes.
Oh,
it seems
yeah.
like between seaplanes and ferries and airplanes.
I know.
Then we just stay at the Airbnb overnight to save a lot. Yeah, it's a smart way to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not the greatest at long-term driving. Well, the other way we can do it, Larry, is we end up having to pull in the welcome areas.
Yeah, we can pull in the
and
welcome
do power
area,
naps.
yeah.
I mean, I can't do it straight on either.
I know someone said that Cracker Barrel allows you to pull in there too. And
Some of them, yeah.
some
The
of the Cracker
Walmart
Barrels,
used to do that.
but they don't anymore.
Kenny, thanks for coming in.
Hi, Kenny. How
I
are
just
you?
watched your interview with Alana
Yeah.
last night. Nice interview. And I hope you end up getting on a cruise ship again one of these
I
days,
hope
too.
so, Kenny.
He wants to get in another cruise ship. So it was a very good
Nice.
experience
So
for him.
good. I'm so glad. Yeah, they're great. Cruising. I don't know. I love cruising.
Do you go straight with minimal stops? We leave, like I said, and I will drive till I get tired. And then we used to pull in the rest areas. And But we found out that the welcome areas at each state
Yeah,
are
they're
much safer.
Oh,
The
yeah.
bathrooms are always open.
Yeah,
So
much
that's what we did
safer.
on the last one. That's what we'll do on this one.
Yeah,
And we'll pull in, and the longest we stayed was
8 hours.
8 hours, and that was when we got into Florida.
Right.
But we didn't have a hotel till 3 o'clock the next
I
day. So
know.
we said, and we got in Florida at 11 o'clock
Yeah,
p.m.
yeah.
So we just slept there for 8 hours.
We did. I mean,
And the shortest is what, 10, 15 minutes?
I mean, we have blankets with us, so you know, it was a little, you know, it wasn't really cool, but I always like to have a blanket.
So we take, for anyone that's curious, we just jump on, we're in southern New Hampshire. We stay on basically 95 most of the way, right?
Mhm.
And the other thing which Meg brought up on our last one, which probably is a good idea to do again, Nancy got into a chit chat on the live on the way down with some people while I was
did
driving.
in Connecticut, yeah.
I didn't know if she felt comfortable doing it, but
Yeah,
she did, and
yeah.
we'll probably do that again on the way
Yeah,
down.
that was nice. That was the only that was kind of tricky going through there because we had a little bit of an ice storm going through Little Glaze, yeah. We made it, obviously.
Yeah, it was Kenny was very interested in listening to. I watched a lot of those lives where they were down there working on his place.
Yeah.
And I was listening to Crystal when she was talking about the alternatives that Kenny's going to have to make big decisions. So
yeah. Well, we
best
wish
with that
you and
whole
your
thing.
grandpa and papa well. We love you guys, and we wish you all well. Everything will work out.
He says, "Did you know there are daytime hotels?" I didn't know there were those.
What was
We
it?
would never use daytime hotels. I
Oh.
would never use them. One time we stopped in North Carolina, Dillon, North Carolina.
Yeah, Dillon. Oh
and
my gosh.
figure we weren't going to do it because we had the kids.
Yeah.
We got a hotel room.
Yeah.
We're in the hotel room for
8 hours.
8 hours, noon to 8.
Yeah.
Didn't get one bit of sleep. At least we had a fresh shower. And that was about it.
You know, I wanted to stop because at the time I had a 1-year-old. My son was 1 and my daughter was 4, and you know, we needed showers, we needed to eat, we needed a rest. I mean, and yeah. I just have to laugh because I remember our son trying to crawl out the door, and I was just grabbing him, saying, "No!" He kept trying to crawl out the door, and I'm like,
He
"No,
knew we were going
no,
to Disney World. He
no!"
wanted to get back in the
He
car.
wanted to get back in the car. Yeah, they were great. They were great riders.
Blaine says we are staying at the rest area on the way to New Orleans next month. More money to spend with all. You're absolutely right about that. Are you going out to New Orleans for a cruise? We would like to, like you all know, we on a bucket list we have sailing out of Texas and sailing out of New Orleans, and we would legitimately like to do that with a drive, like drive over, spend the weekend. We're talking two separate years, but we got to figure out if that's feasible driving.
Yeah.
So that's a drive down. If we leave at 6 o'clock, between 6 and 8, we usually get down to the Florida border late on. Like, takes us longer. 2 days later, at night, and that's where it becomes difficult because now we're there the night before. So either we grab a hotel in Florida or we just.
I have to laugh because we didn't have a hotel, and we were going up and down the highway looking at all these hotels, and man, there was some ones that I walked in and they smelled pretty bad, pretty musty, and the price was kind of expensive for not a very nice hotel. And I was like, okay, nothing there. And then by luck, we got the Seville, and boy, was that nice. And that was a time sharing place that rented out hotel rooms, and it was fabulous.
Well, actually, you're talking about lodging, so we can go there, right? So we talked about originally. We only once we got a place on the way down.
Yeah.
We tend to try and get down there early. Last year we went because we wanted Disney extended the decorations to
New
Year's Day, right, or something like that. So we really want to see those. So we want to get down there the week before, which is we want to kind of do that this year too. So we get down there, like Nancy said, 3 days early.
I think so.
And it was,
I believe so.
And it was not absolutely nuts. We drove up and down the real dives.
Real dive, yeah.
But then we get, and if anyone's interested, watch our video on Sevilla. It's a very nice place. It was clean.
And the pool was open 24 hours.
The cheapest place on the boardwalk. We probably will stay there again this time if there's openings if we get down there early.
The pool was 24 hours, and it was a beautiful pool, a nice hot tub, nice warm heated pool. We stayed there again on the way back.
I was going to say we liked it so much we stayed on the way back. We stayed 3 nights going down there, and then because we were going to Helen last
Right,
year.
we were
We had
going to
4
Helen.
days in between that
Right, so we stayed there
because we had a
before.
week booked in Helen.
Yeah,
So we stayed 4 days there, and it's for location purposes. It's basically right, not across the street, but it's down by Old Town. That
yeah,
area.
it's all by Old Town. Yeah, it was really nice. I loved it there. It was pretty. The setting was so pretty. Pool was great, like I said. And
I should have known this.
what?
No, Blaine's saying yes, the Vloggers cruise. I forgot that's going out of New Orleans.
Oh,
that
right.
huge cruise.
Yeah.
January 29th, but getting to New Orleans June 27th.
Yeah.
We'll probably make it to Pensacola for the night, and then New Orleans only 3 hours. Yeah, Billy had a nice. What was it? I think it was just on his Facebook page.
Mhm.
It was a little video clip of Pensacola beaches.
Oh,
I think it was
beautiful.
Pensacola. And what a
Beautiful.
beautiful. We're inland, so we never hit the beaches, but
Right.
it would be nice at some point probably to stay some nights on the coast.
Yeah.
On the coast.
I love beaches. Just give me a nice beach and I'm happy.
Larry says there's a booze cruise. You like a ghost
Oh, a
booze cruise.
booze cruise.
October 2023 out of New Orleans.
Oh,
I have a
wow.
potential client going to book. Oh,
Oh,
nice,
wow.
Larry. Very nice. And Blaine is thinking about doing that one too. So that's out of New
Nice.
Orleans. Let's see. And then Larry's, I want to Blaine, but we are looking at staying with Dewey in September for Ananda's birthday. Oh, nice.
Oh,
Would you
wow.
be just going down for a visit, Larry, or you plan on staying there and taking the cruise out of there? And welcome in, Nautical Nurse Nancy.
Hi, Nautical Nurse Nancy.
Well,
How are you?
I was watching
Yeah.
her live,
Yeah.
and I think it was a video that they put out, and I thought her and Blaine, because they're always talking like they know
Yeah.
each other really well.
Yeah.
They met for the first time in the past cruise.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
I think it was on the Celebration.
Oh, wow.
Merry Christmas to you, Nancy, and your family. Yeah, okay, the video Billy put up was from Pensacola Beach.
Ah, nice.
So our lodging, that's our lodging part,
Yeah.
Part of it. So we'll probably try and grab this Sevilla again for 3 or 4 nights, and before we get into, I guess I should mention that. So we did the Airbnb. We're going to do it for 3 months, but we decided we better find out what's going on first. So we just did it for the month of January, the 1st through the 29th. And it's in the Disney area. I'm not sure. It's actually near the two. We stayed at the Windsor Hills last year and the Westgate.
Yeah.
It's near those, I think.
Yep. It's such a convenient location because there's a Walmart within walking distance if you want to take a nice walk, which we did. It's great. And Walmart had good prices on food too, which was nice.
He says, yes, they finally met after being chat friends for years and years.
Oh, wow. That's great.
It's always cool. And you feel like you know
great.
each other, right?
Of course.
How many of those people really seem like strangers on the group cruise? Right?
Not many.
Not many.
Nope.
So that's the lodging aspect. So we get the 1 month of January, and then we're going to have to book 2 more at least. That we'll do through Airbnb also.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the next section, will we be working for Disney? Well,
wow. That's the big question.
Right.
That's
and this is going to affect everything else. I've been a lifelong fan and always said I wanted to work there. Kind of a bucket list thing, even for a short time, just to experience it. And so we decided last year, and we put in all the paperwork and passed the tests they had, and we were going to do it last year seasonally, but they wanted a commitment till May.
Yeah.
And we couldn't stay down till May. Our son was getting married, so we had to be back at the beginning of April.
Yep.
So that kind of fell through. Well, this year somehow, I don't know if they referred us or what, but we have a recruiter now for Disney.
Do. Yeah.
We went through tests with him and did several things with him. And just a couple of days ago, we filled out our application.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the next part is a interview. I don't know if they're basically telling us we have a job or we don't have a job. We're kind of waiting for this callback. We sent all the information they wanted. That's why he recommended that we get a place for at least the month of January to look into Disney, because they're probably not going to hire a homeless person.
He didn't want us to contact him until we had a place already lined up. So once we booked with the Airbnb, we contacted our recruiter and then proceeded with the application.
So we got a month, and the place we just talked about is 10 minutes from Disney.
Yeah.
If we get a job at Disney, then the additional 2 months will be in the Disney area.
Yeah.
If not, we're thinking of moving up to the Universal area or on the coast or something. So that's why we're kind of up in the air, and they didn't book more than the 1 month.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of a bucket list thing. We figured you can sign up for a minimum of 8 weeks as a seasonal person, which is what we are going to do. If we like it, we'll stay a little bit longer, another month probably, because then we have to head home for another wedding in April this
Yeah,
year.
we have another wedding. Yeah.
And if we really like it, then we would entertain doing it again next year. If we didn't, hey, we tried it, got it out of the system.
Check it off your bucket list.
Right, check it off your bucket list.
Yeah, I mean, I guess just try it and see what happens.
Let's see. Yeah, they talking to Nancy and Blaine like they had already known each
Oh
other.
yeah, definitely. That's nice. It's nice meeting up with someone after.
We've
No,
had
I'm online.
Nurse Nancy says, I understand some of those Airbnb hosts are awesome people. Actually, I think she's laughing because I think they're actually Airbnbs.
Well, that's why she's saying that. Yes, I heard that.
I'm surprised I caught that.
I know, I would.
But other than probably you and a few others that we know, Airbnb, my cousin's an Airbnb.
That's
one.
right. That's right.
We've had no problems with the. I was scared to death. Last year we did an Airbnb for 5 weeks.
Yeah.
The guy was living in, was it Saudi Arabia?
Saudi Arabia.
He lived there. He hadn't been in the United States.
Nope.
And it's like, I'm sending this
I
money to this.
know,
It's not going to be close. And that ended up being the best place we could have stayed at,
Yeah,
the
that was
Westgate place.
fantastic. That was unbelievably wonderful. What a wonderful experience. We had so much fun there. I mean, they had so much to do. I mean, they had mini golf, they had bikes you can rent. I mean, you can use and ride along all over the complex. Oh, it was great.
Blaine was asking us about Helen. Helen is up in the air right now because we're just not, if we're working still for Disney, we'll probably still be in Florida.
Yeah.
If we're still on the radar for that cruise, the one out of Tampa.
Yeah.
The group cruise.
Group
We
cruise.
get a little addicted to the group cruises
I
now.
know.
And a lot of people that went on our group cruise, Blaine, are going on that one. So we're entertaining that too. So
Yeah.
a lot of things are up in the air. Thanks for coming in, Najuma. Nice to
Hi,
see you.
Najuma.
Okay. Back and forth. People saying hi. Let's see. Blaine site here. Where'd Blaine go? What is your idea seasonal job? What's your seasonal was kind of low on the totem pole, and you put down your 3 priorities, and we put down merchandising. We're hoping to get, we have 1 car, so we're hoping to get the same hours. Even if it's not the same location.
Yeah.
And that's one thing when we interview, we have to tell them. And we put down merchandising. I'll do any of the transportation things myself. I don't mind the food. Nancy's not so much in the food. She did. We did the theme parks themselves. Yeah. There's really almost anything I would
think
do
you
there
said
for the first year.
attractions too.
Yeah, that's what we put down, the 2 of us for our second choice.
Yeah.
But like I said, the seasonal they offered us last year, but we had to see them made. We offered us 2 different jobs at Wide World of Sports there. Arthur's Cruises, thanks for coming in.
Hello, welcome.
You have to be with John. Would you like to be a food taster? There goes Disney's bottom line. No, Billy, I will eat a lot of stuff I like, but I'm a fussy eater, so I would not be a very good food taster.
No, he would not.
Hellos. Okay. All right. So the next one, will you be at working for Disney? While we take a moment before we go on to number 5, I like to pop this up about halfway through the show just to thank without me babbling on, just to thank our mods. thanks again, mods. And a reminder, our last overall live, we're doing a game Sunday, this Sunday at 4 o'clock. Hopefully, Tanisha time first, and then our name this game. Okay, let's see. Arthur's Cruises is going 19 night cruise to New Zealand. I would love to do an Australian New Zealand cruise. I would love to, but it's just the flight is a big thing with that. Larry said, I really enjoyed our group cruise, a small one. Hate to the mod squad. All right, so that's the Disney aspect, and like I said, we're sitting here on our hands, just waiting for him to get back to us. They have all our information. We're waiting for them to contact us this week. Number 5 on our list: will we cruise from Florida? I would love to cruise from Florida. That would be a big. That would depend solely on. Well, not solely, but a big part on Disney. The group cruise going out of Tampa is on, I think, March 12th. So technically, we could still get out 8 weeks in at Disney and do the cruise. I actually was talking back and forth with Nurse Nancy because she has done both the Mardi Gras and Celebration.
Oh,
Those are
yes.
the 2 big ships where I would like to try the Mardi Gras. Well, she recommends both. They're very similar. The only difference is the Celebration is out of Miami, which I'm not too keen on.
No.
The Mardi Gras is out of Port Canaveral, which should be very convenient, and it's actually got some good rates for that. So I would definitely like to look at that. And then Larry actually is doing a group cruise on the Celebration in 24, which is, I think, at the tail end of when we're going to be down there. So then the only way I would do Miami ever again, I won't fly into it, is if we're down in Florida, then we could drive down to Miami.
Yeah.
And
It was a good experience, though. I mean, we just prefer not to fly into Miami.
Funny thing is, all 4 of those cruises are Carnival. We enjoyed Carnival. I like Carnival, but it definitely is not my favorite of the 3 cruise lines.
Right.
So I would want to see if, like RCL, I'd love to give him on a mega ship with RCL again.
Yeah. Oh.
I think the Anthem goes out of Port Canaveral.
Yeah, it was an experience with Miami, though. It was cool seeing Miami, and but we prefer not to fly into Miami.
Let's see.
What?
Arthur says only a 19-hour flight out there. He's taking the 19-day cruise. He goes to New Zealand. He's out in Australia, and it's which we'd love to do, but it's just a flight.
I don't think I can handle that long of a flight.
You'll have to have a year where you just have this big epiphany and everything comes together, right?
Well,
the 2 zones
you never
or something.
know, never say never.
Captain says March 12th cruise on Carnival Pride. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, the group cruise, right?
Group cruise.
Are you on? You're not on that, Captain, are you? No, I didn't think he was on that.
No.
If the port's important, I'd recommend the Mardi Gras. That's what Nurse Nancy says.
Really?
That's in Larry's group cruise is May 5th through 12th, 2024, and that's the one that's on the Celebration out of Miami.
Miami. Okay.
Now Blaine recommends the Mardi Gras because he prefers Port Canaveral. He's the same way
like
as us. Yeah,
right.
And I heard it's a great ship too, so it's not like we're. Yep, this is a Carnival Celebration Larry's doing. Nancy says they both have super aspects. Hard to recommend one over the other.
Oh, okay.
So you can't go wrong, basically. And she's done both. Blaine, I don't think Blaine has done the Mardi Gras yet, though. Have you, Blaine? So I thought you were talking about maybe getting on it this summer.
I thought he's done it.
Find out in a minute. Port Canaveral is a great port. Interested to see how Tampa Port is in March. Sounds like the captain's going on that cruise. When first time we cruised out of Miami, 2018. I said never again. We cruised twice out of Miami this year in consecutive months. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, I just whatever. It's one of the best departures. It's gorgeous
departure.
It's everything in between.
Yeah, it's everything in between. That's right.
I rented a car. We wanted to hook up with the down on the cruises, so we flew into Miami, rented a car, drove up to Fort Myers, spent 3 days with them.
Yeah.
But there again, it was a rental car going through Miami.
At night.
And of course, I'm old fashioned, whatever. I'm looking for the place to put the key.
Oh my
They never
gosh.
told me to push a button. You know?
No, I know. And we're driving through. You did very well driving. Oh my gosh.
Larry liked it. Yeah, the port area I liked, Larry. I just didn't like the city itself.
Yeah, the port
Oh,
area is beautiful.
he is on the 12th.
Yeah.
Group cruise. That's got to be a recent add because I don't remember him saying it.
Hmm.
NDT, thank you for coming in.
Hi, NDT.
Some naughty dots, I know. Billy J, you removed it before I could check this
Ah.
out. That's good. We had a couple of trolls, but they're talking
Yeah, I
about
know.
this.
I figured that. I
Okay.
figured it out.
All right. So the next one is okay. So that's a cruising.
Yeah.
So maybe on the 12th,
Maybe.
maybe on the Port Canaveral on the Mardi
Maybe.
Gras or another ship.
Hmm.
But I think those are really the options, right?
Mhm.
We had talked about coming home and then going down in October, going down to New York again.
No,
But
girl,
I think once we get home, we're not going to
Yeah.
want to go driving again. So
no, I don't want
Billy says, Wayne, you probably have it bookmarked already.
to.
That's funny. The race is he who gets rid of the troll first. Okay, the next one is what will we do in Florida? That's going to be all dependent on the cruise and on Disney. We had a great time last year, spent a lot of time at the resort.
Well, the first 2 weeks our children were with us and we did Disney World. So that was amazing.
Right.
We that took care of the first 2 weeks. And then
Right. And then one of the things we love to do, and we did for the whole 3 months, is resort hopping.
oh, that was a blast.
So we went to different resorts, all of the resorts, I think. I think we
Well,
missed
there
any
was
this
a
time.
few resorts that we had never been to. We have never been to the Key West or the Sarasota. So we
Yeah,
got
or the Riviera.
Oh, the Riviera,
Right.
right.
So we did the resort hopping. That was at Disney, hung around, met some people. And then we basically, at the resort, we had pools and hot tubs and
Oh, yeah.
bicycles and miniature golf. And
Yeah.
we just had a grand old
Yeah,
time.
there's a movie theater at the resort, so we enjoyed that. And
That Billy is a fast fellow.
Fast Billy.
He does have that reputation. Let's see.
Trying to think of what else we did.
It was just basically the area, explored area. Now we know the area quite
Yeah,
well.
we did. We did a lot of resort hopping. And it was
Wayne,
fun.
what he says he wants to try Jacksonville. I've looked at that, but it just looked like the ships out of there were real tiny. What is the some of the ships here? What's the biggest ship that sails out of Jacksonville? Hey, thanks for coming in, Arthur. He's off to work.
Oh, bye, Arthur. Have a good day.
It's like when we have Sean in here. It's
Yeah.
usually just before
Yeah.
work.
Have a great day.
Will you be in Florida in September? Well, we definitely won't be in it this
No.
year because we have a wedding in April. And I would love to eventually split the year. I don't know if it will happen, 50-50. 50 in New Hampshire, 6 months in Florida. And we'll just see what materializes with that. But the problem I have right now, this 2022, and I just signed the contract for 2023, is I still put in 2 days a week. That's what pays for our Florida at my work. So I told them I would be back since I had the wedding. I told them this year I'd be back in April.
Yeah.
And April to December.
Mm.
And then we'll see from there. At that point, that might be the last time we do it with them. At that point, when I don't work part-time anymore, then we'll probably spend more time in Florida.
Yeah.
So that's why I was saying with yours, Larry, yours is 2024. So if 2023 is my last year, we could technically stay in Florida to go till May or something like that,
Yeah.
We wouldn't be as restricted to come back. Let's see. They have a Merry Christmas to you too, and a Happy New Year, Arthur.
Yeah. Happy holidays, Arthur. Thanks for joining us today.
Billy's been told he's fast many times. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, Billy.
Fast could be good, but not so good.
Well, he thinks the Elation's out of Jacksonville. I thought the Elation was the biggest ship. I'll have to look that up. It's going to sail out of Jacksonville on the Ecstasy. So that's the biggest ship in 2020. So it must not be a tiny port. You make it happen. We may try for the booze cruise in October.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
I
Blues
have to look the
Clues.
details up on that.
You said ecstasy. Is that
David May, thank you for coming
hello,
in.
David?
Montreal. As much as we've kind of set the thing with cruises that we got to go somewhere warm.
Yeah, definitely.
Except Nancy would make the exception for
Alaska.
Alaska.
I want to do that. That's really on my bucket list.
But we've always talked about it'd be fun if we had more cruises in the year. Maybe we're fully retired to go up the coast and hit the Canadian ports because we always love those small small towns, and it's very quaint.
Yeah,
we love
of course
Bar
we do.
Harbor and then up into
just absolutely love Bar Harbor.
up into Maine.
I just love Bar Harbor. It was wonderful.
So Billy, is that a bigger ship or a smaller ship?
So the Ecstasy, is that what cruise line is that? I'm not familiar with that.
You should mosey down to our place. We give you a discount. Some manatees in the area.
Ooh.
Nurse Nancy, if you don't mind, just sending me the link. Because if we don't work for Disney and we want to move out of the area, I would definitely look at that. We had talked to my cousin about going to the East Coast, and you're more on the West Coast. So I appreciate that if you just send me some kind of a link. Our email is on the front of our channel.
Yes.
You can find that email.
And I love seeing manatees. I saw them in the wild once at Merritt Island. That was many years ago, but it was so cool seeing them.
Yeah, you love them.
I love wildlife. I love everything.
One of our goals, it seems like something keeps popping up. The last 2 years we were planning on going a week early and staying in Cocoa Beach because Nancy's dying to go to NASA.
I want to die. Yes, I want to see NASA.
We haven't seen NASA since, it's hard to believe, since it was free, right?
Yeah, it was before we had children. It was just after we got married and before we had children.
As most of you probably know, I work in the space program, so there's a lot of stuff, satellites that we track that I'd love to see down there. So we would like, and that, like you said, we went to was the state park down there that we saw the manatees?
Merritt Island.
Merritt Island,
yeah.
That was a lot of fun. They actually had an oval.
Yeah, I know. We weren't sure we were going to see them because it was a hit or miss, and luckily they were there, and it was great.
Okay. Hey, Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy. How you doing?
Thanks for coming in, and you have been under the weather for quite a while.
I hope you're feeling better.
He has not been doing lives for a while. Yeah. He's been under the weather.
Yeah, that's too bad. I hope you are feeling much better.
Hello. Jimmy, I was asking about you last night, so good to see you. Actually, he's another one. I keep telling you I got to send him my... We were hoping to get together with Jimmy one more time before we headed down south, but it's just running out of time.
I know. We're fortunate to get together twice and meet Colleen. Tell Colleen I said hi.
Is one of the it's smallest. I always thought that was one of the biggest ships for some reason. Okay, so there's a small port. Appreciate that, Nance. I think you may have our email anyways, but if not, we have a link on the front of our page. And that would be, we'd be looking for, we already get January books, so it all depends if we were in the Disney area or not. Dave May said there's lots of whales in the St. Lawrence River. Can you actually see them?
Wow.
I mean, from the shore?
Wow.
Let's see, Nancy, Neanderthals. Okay, that's talking to Nancy. Hello, Elations out of Port Canaveral, Jacksonville. Okay, that's that. So let's go on to our last one. Is videos and lives. Okay, as you know, this is our last weekday one. We used to do news things, and we're doing this as a prelude, I guess you'd call it, to our trip down south. Sunday, we have our game night day at 4 o'clock. And we're going to do all Christmas related stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Tanisha will come out first. And we'll do our games.
Yeah.
And that will be our last live there. We don't know what we're going to do in Florida. What I would like to do, especially if we get into Disney, is either do a pop-up live once a week or once every other week and just give people an idea of what we're doing down there, what's going on. I think people might be interested, especially if we're in Disney, knowing what goes on a little behind the scenes there. And just the whole process of snowbirding, because even though no one in the chat here is snowbirding yet, I don't think. You all will, might be someday, right?
Yeah.
So you can kind of learn a little bit from our mistakes too.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll do some pop-up lives. I will continue to do my regular videos and put those out from down there. But we'll be just doing, but as far as lives, we don't know. I don't know if we're gonna have anything structured yet, if we're trying, if we know this is a particular hour, we're home every, once a week, you know, maybe we can get Tanisha with us down there
Well, we don't have a
online. We could do,
schedule. That's
right.
the whole thing. So it's all up in the air.
But at least like to pop up and give people updates.
Yeah.
So that is what we plan for the future. And coming back in April, I'm still trying to get a feel if people enjoy the news items, or if it's just too much news thrown out there
Right.
on Wednesdays, or if we should change the format on that. And I vastly, greatly appreciate if anyone wants to send me an email or message me on
just give us your
Facebook
feedback.
and tell me if you recommend something different. You won't hurt our feelings if you tell us that no, it's the news is just too drawn out and you'd rather something different. It gives us 3 months to reevaluate what we want to do when we come back.
Right.
So we probably will do the game thing still on
Yeah,
Sundays if Sunday's open
game
with
thing we'll
Tanisha,
continue
if
to
she's
do.
still willing to pop up with us.
Yeah.
But as far as the Wednesday thing, we'd like to do something during the week. But so we would appreciate that. Okay. Oops. And I told you it's probably be a shorter show. We kind of gave our format of what we're doing.
Yeah.
If anyone has any other advice for Florida or wants to plan some kind of a meetup, please get in touch with us. Let's see. Let me just check. We see whales here. Humps right. Wow.
What's this?
The whales in the river.
Wow.
Clip
that's
my
cool.
snowboard wings when I moved from Iowa to Florida. Yeah, I know. You're actually, Billy, any advance on, you're moving to the Orlando area eventually.
Eventually,
anything progress on that front? Let's see. For me, is a great white sharks. Holy cow!
Wow.
I can't picture sharks in cold water. Yeah, like Jimmy says, we're getting what, 20s the last 3 nights.
Yeah, it was pretty cold.
The snow that came down 3 days ago is still sitting on the ground, and now they're talking another storm, Jimmy, that was supposed to be hit with on Friday.
Yeah.
So that kind of stinks. We get snow walls in Canada.
I used to like the snow when I downhill skied. I had a blast downhill skiing, but my body doesn't like the cold anymore.
All right. So do you have anything else, Nance, to add here?
No.
Okay. So
I just hope everybody has a very nice holiday and
right. Have a great Christmas. Have a great New Year. Hopefully we'll meet some of you down in Florida. Stay in touch.
Yeah.
And thank you very much for joining us. And next time you see us, hopefully we're going to be sitting here nice and warm in shorts. Last time I went down, I put the shorts on to drive down. Put long pants on when we get home after we left Helen, which was actually snowing in Helen.
Yeah, it was cold in Helen.
So it was 3+ months just shorts.
Yeah.
Never wore long pants. So
no, it was nice.
Hope to do the same thing. All right.
We
Thank you very much,
appreciate you
everyone.
all. Stay young, have fun, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Bye.